Finished product: tilapia, broccoli, rice, and a small salad. Hi guys, okay, so I'm gonna cook dinner, so I thought I'd just take you guys along and do a cooking video. So we're going to make breaded tilapia, tilapia empanizado with arroz blanco, white rice, some steamed broccoli, and I'm gonna have just a salad with some bacon and croutons and ranch. So I thought I'd just bring you guys along. So let's get started. Things that you're going to need: you're gonna need tilapia, whichever brand you want. I just get the Kroger brand. You're gonna need an egg to put your tilapia in, so that way your breadcrumbs can stick. You're gonna need your breadcrumb. You're gonna need salt to season your breadcrumbs. I like to put some onion powder. I like to put some ground red pepper and pepper into my tilapia. I also put salt and pepper in my egg mix, or like just beating my eggs, that way it can have some flavor. For the rice, you're going to need, of course, you're going to need some rice. I have my rice right there. I like to use the long grain rice. That's just what I have always used and what I like to use. And I'm going to put some corn in my rice. So you can use canned corn, you can use fresh corn, whatever you want to use is fine. Some Knorrs for my rice, like a fourth of an onion, and a small tooth of garlic. Also, all that for my rice. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we are going to season our breadcrumbs. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a good amount of breadcrumbs. I don't really measure it, just pour it out there. Okay, I like to use the Italian style breadcrumbs. That's the ones I like to use because they just have like, well, they're not plain like regular breadcrumbs, right? So I'm gonna put about, let me see, I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of onion powder. Well, I'm gonna do a whole teaspoon of onion powder. And this is totally optional, ground red pepper. I like to put it because I like my food spicy. So I'm going to put, I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put like 3/4 of a teaspoon. Just because my husband doesn't really like spicy food. Alright, then we're going to put some salt. I like to just eyeball it on my hand. I don't want to put a lot because I think that these breadcrumbs already have salt on them, so I don't want to put too much. So that's good. We're going to take a fork and we're just going to mix our breadcrumbs together. Make sure it's well mixed. Okay, and set it aside. Okay, next thing we're gonna do Alright, next thing we are going to do is, okay, then we have to start our rice because the tilapia is gonna cook really fast. So we gotta make sure everything is done. So, we're gonna take our rice. You need oil. I like to use canola oil. And you just put a splash of oil, like about 2 tablespoons. You can get your blender, and you're gonna take 1/4 of the 1/4 of an onion, so 1/4 of a just like a small or medium size yellow onion, and a small tooth of garlic, and you're going to blend it together with some water and about 1.5 tablespoon of Norse. I'm just estimating, but you can taste it to make sure it's right to your taste. Okay, so now that my oil is hot, I'm gonna go ahead and I do put about 2 cups of rice. I always like to make extra rice because I love rice. I like to eat rice with everything. Right, and we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna let it toast until it gets like a little golden brown. You don't want it too dark because then it'll burn. So just mix it around. Cook over high heat, but you don't have to. But if you're gonna step away to do other stuff, I like to turn it down just to make sure my food doesn't burn. So like I said, 1/4 of an onion and a small tooth of garlic, and we're going to blend that. So we got our onion, our garlic, and we got 3 cups of water in the blender. Once it starts toasting, it can burn really quick, so you gotta make sure that you keep moving the rice around with your spatula or spoon or whatever. This is the color that I want it to be. Let's see if I can get it close up if it will. No. So like, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty, it's kind of golden brown. It's not too golden, but it's not white. So we're going to just pour what we blended, our onion, our garlic, and our Norse, and pour it in there. So the Norse that I'm talking about, I guess I didn't specify, it's called Norse Caldo con Sabor de Pollo, chicken flavor bouillon. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I always use this. And you don't need to put salt because the Norse has salt already. I'm going to put just about 1/2 cup more of water and let it come to a boil. Tripod, and Ghost decided to chew it up, so I have to buy a new one. So you're gonna pour out your corn, and I just like to rinse it out just because, I don't know, I just like to do that. So you're just gonna rinse out your corn. Like I said, you don't have to do this. This is just something that I like to do. So you're gonna leave that here, just have it ready for when our rice is boiling and we're ready. So now we are going to move on and start with our fish. So we're gonna take a plate and we're gonna crack our egg. And I usually put milk in it as well, but I ran out of milk, so we are not going to be using milk. I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt. And a tiny bit of pepper. Oh, that was a little bit too much. It's alright. And you're gonna beat your egg. Okay, so I changed it over to voiceover because I was listening to my video and my kids were just being super crazy and being super loud. So right here, I was just letting you guys know that I went ahead and took out or cut open all my tilapia because the package that I got comes individually wrapped. So we are going to go ahead and take them all out and put them on a plate. So now that we have all our tilapia on a plate, I'm going to start by dipping it into the egg and then onto my plate of breadcrumbs. Once my fish is coated in breadcrumbs, I'm going to put it on the floured plate and get a couple out of the way. That way I can start cooking them. So we are going to do this with all of our fish. And here I'm just moving my plates around, that way you guys can get a better look at what I'm doing, because I don't have that much counter space, so we are trying to work with what we have. So we dip it in the egg and then we put it on our breadcrumbs and have our breadcrumbs coat the fish. And I kept getting phone calls while I was trying to record this video, since I am recording on my phone. And so I'm guessing that's what happened to my footage, because it didn't record me putting the corn in the rice. So the liquid in the rice, well, the water in the rice was boiling already. So I added my corn in and let it cook on medium-low heat. Once it's boiling, I turn down the heat to medium-low, let it cook. So at this time, all the liquid had dried up. I turned off the heat. I turned off the gas. And I moved it to the side, left it covered. So then I went ahead and put the oil in my pan, made sure the oil was really hot in my pan, and I went ahead and started putting my tilapia in. So you want it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then flip them. So once you flip them, it'll be like a really nice golden, crispy coating on it from the breadcrumbs. And excuse the mess that you saw next to whenever I showed the stove. It's so hard to keep a house clean with 2 kids and a dog running around like crazy. I pick up after them, I feel like every second, and I turn around and it's a mess again. But it's okay. I love my life. I love my kids, and they're having fun. That's all that matters. So I went ahead and flipped my tilapia already, and it is perfectly crispy and gold and delicious. I actually, once I ate them, because I'm recording this voiceover after I already ate, they need a little bit more salt. So if you want to add more salt into your either like breadcrumb mixture or your eggs mixture, or even just sprinkle a little bit of salt on the actual fish beforehand, I think that would be good. Or if you want to make it like this and taste it to your own liking and see if it needs more salt for you. For me, it needed more salt, but I may have a different taste buds than other people, so it's your opinion on if you want to put more or less salt. And you will just repeat this process until all of your fish is cooked. Like I said before, that I make a lot of food just because I put my husband lunch, and he likes to take what we ate for dinner for lunch. But you can always change it to fit your family. Also, with the rice, I know that I said to put it on the side. Once it's done cooking and I said how to put the lid on it, after about 3 minutes or so, take the lid off, because if not, then the steam is going to keep cooking your rice and make it very, very mushy. While this was all cooking, I went ahead and I cut up my lettuce. And, oops, excuse me, I went ahead and I cut up my lettuce. And I cooked the bacon, and I started to put my broccoli on the stove to steam it and have everything ready. That way when Paco gets home from work, it's all ready. And here I'm just showing you guys that everything is finished. My tilapia is cooked. My rice is done. I have my salad, my lettuce for my salad, and some bacon. I also made una salsa de árbol, which is a tree chili salsa. It's super spicy, but I love my food super spicy. If you liked my video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to start posting videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And my plan is to have my Friday videos be cooking videos. If there are any recipes that you guys would like to see me make, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to make them for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video.